Hi, it's Jess with Mystique Uniques, and I'm coming at you making a tutorial that was requested for these little flowers. And what I used for these, let me put those back. I got this really neat ribbon at, see, I don't know if you can see, at Tuesday Morning. Oh, here's just a little piece of it. Let's see if you can see it. It's got like little pieces of tulle laying right here. Oh, I don't know if it's going to show it. Hold on a second. Well, anyway, there's little pieces of paper right here, and there's little pieces of tooling, and it's just weaved onto this thread. Why isn't it working? There. Okay, so what you'll need is a pencil, or you could use this, or maybe, it has to be something, that you can slide the ribbon off of, or the yarn, or whatever you want to use. I don't know, you might be able to use one of these. But anyway, let me get started. And what you're going to do is cut a piece of your yarn. You can use yarn, whatever you... I used this just because I thought it was pretty, and I wondered what it would happen if I made a flower. So you're going to cut, let me see, a little bit longer than the pencil. You can use a pen, whatever you want. And then what you're going to do is take the other ribbon that's still on the spool or whatever you have your yarn on. Now this is the tricky part, and when I saw it done, and I can't remember her name, if I have to look for it and put it in the message or the description box, is to tie this piece, which is connected to your yarn. You want to keep the same amount of distance from the ends to the end of your yarn with this one piece. And then you're going to take this and you're going to tie it. Let's see if I... Oh, dropped you. Sorry. Let's see if I can zoom in here and join. Okay. You got to make sure these stay. Okay, then you're going to tie this around the end. And who I saw do this, she did it with one hand. It was amazing. So tie it once. I tied it twice when I made these, so I'm going to go ahead and tie it twice. Okay, like that. Now, what you want to do now is okay, so you've got this one, which is the longer end. That's this piece right here that's hanging down like that. Okay, and you want to hold the tail of the piece. See, this is where it gets kind of confusing, but it's really easy if you can maneuver this. Okay, the piece that's attached to your yarn, and you're going to wrap it around the piece, the cut piece, and around the pencil. So what I tried to do, I just kind of tried to spin it, and you don't want to get these two pieces caught underneath that. They have to stay up here, and you might want to use some tape or whatever, but I just kind of hold them. And you're going to okay. You're going to spin it around, or however you want to, and just make sure that that one piece is underneath it the whole time. And you can kind of push this up a little bit. And see, here's my piece that I cut. And you might be able to tape that down, but I just didn't. Okay, so you're going to take your longer yarn piece and just kind of, you could just twirl it around. And then when this one gets too twirly, I just kind of unravel it. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I'm not one-hand coordinated. I can't do it like that one lady did. It was crazy. So then you just twirl it. And the more you get down, the farther you get down, the easier it gets. And then you kind of push it up there. And I just keep twirling. And see, you still got your knotted end and then your end of the piece you're twirling around on the pencil. I just thought this yarn was so pretty. And it says this yarn was 20 bucks originally. I don't even know if, yeah, it said it's yarn. It doesn't seem like it's yarn, but it's a specialty yarn, I guess. Oh, I think something, okay. And you don't want to overlap these, you don't want to overlap, like right here, don't overlap on top, just keep winding down. And I'll do another one after this to show you just on a simple piece of yarn, so you can get the technique down. Just keep twirling. And you don't have to go all the way down to the bottom of the pencil. In fact, let's see, I'll just go a little bit longer. And I think I'll stop. And then what I do is I cut this piece that's connected to the yarn skein. I cut it a little bit like that because you're going to have to tie a knot on this end like you did the other one. And what you're going to have to do is hold this piece. This is the piece that you had lengthwise on the pencil. And then what I do to get the knot is I put my finger here, I wrap it around my finger, and then I kind of just tuck it underneath. Maybe I'll go this way. And I gotta make sure it's not overlapping. There. And then I did it one more time. And the reason I put my finger there is because it's a lot easier to get this yarn underneath the thing. Okay, so then that's done. Just pull it. Okay, now what you do is, what you have to be careful of is to hold. Okay, wait, what I'll do is cut this one shorter. And that was the one that was connected to the yarn skein. Okay, this one here and this end piece right here. What you're going to do, make sure you hold on to those. And you're going to just push this off the pencil. Like that. So you're going to kind of have like a worm. And you're going to want to find the end that you knotted which I have right here, these two ends. Here's the other one. Okay, and you're going to kind of hold them with the other strand. Well, actually what you're going to do is you're going to have to push these towards the center. Like push what you wrapped around the pencil. That one kind of got caught. And you're just going to kind of push it towards the center like that. And then just kind of evenly put it there. And then you're going to grab those two ends that you had when you tied it off, like in your thumb and your finger, and then you're just going to make a knot with them. Well, what you're going to do is kind of pull your flower. It's kind of tricky here. Pull your flower like that. Then you've got your ends out there. And then what I do is I take the ends again. If I can find them. There's those two ends. Now this one. Is that it? There it is. And just tie it again so it's knotted. Okay. Like that. So now you have a little flower. And then I just cut these ends off. So then I just kind of fluff it out a little bit. There's Mia. Mia making that. Mia, come on now. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna glue it to a card so it'll look like that with one of these little cards. So it doesn't, well, if you have a knot on the back and you can see it, I would glue it on that side. So then I just take a little bit of glue, the glue gun. And then just pop it down on the card, like that. Oops. Now, what you can do, see, it's just blank on the back. Some people use felt. I just had these cards that I got. And then, I've got pearls or these little baubles here. Let's get one of these pearls out. Whoops. Ah. Oh! My husband. Yeah, he just has to make it funny, doesn't he? And you can just glue that right in the middle. It actually glued to what I already have there. So, yeah, it's already set. So there you go. And there's another one. Or you could use, I had these ones too. But there it is. So what I'll do now is I'll just do one with regular yarn, because this yarn is kind of hard to look at. Let's see. I'll do a part 2 because this was already 15 minutes. So I'll be back. Bye-bye.